everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Bailey and I'm the owner of Goo Goo Goods. Today's video is going to be another craft fair prep vlog / week in the life of a small business owner. But if you can probably tell, I am actually in a different space. I'm in a different room. So I decided to change the room that my office was in. Originally, this was like our guest bedroom and it had a bunch of like storage stuff in here too. But I think on like Monday or maybe Sunday, I was like, you know what? I think it would be more beneficial for me to have my office in the bigger room. So I have a lot more space in here. I'll back up. It's obviously not like fully how I want it to be yet, but I am so stoked about this. I think originally we were kind of worried that that room, like the bed wouldn't fit in there. It's like got a queen size bed in it right now, but I guess we were just worried that like it wouldn't fit in there. But I kind of just decided that it would probably be way more beneficial to my daily life to have me be in the bigger room, and the bed does fit in there. It's a little bit tight, but it's all good. But I am really excited to see how this like turns out because it's a lot more space, and I'll do a little tour of what it looks like right now, or I'll do it in just a second. But I think kind of the big catalyst that made it so that I wanted to come in here is that I'm actually going to be upgrading my embroidery machine to a 10 needle. So right now I have the Baby Lock Array, which is a 6 needle, and it works great obviously, but I kind of decided that it would be beneficial to me to upgrade to a 10 needle so that I can do designs that have more colors, because I've gotten a lot of designs on Etsy that have like 10 colors or more than 6 colors, and I think it would be beneficial to be able to do those and reflect the colors that they're supposed to have, instead of me trying to kind of collect all of the colors that are similar and try to like force them to be 6 colors. So that was kind of the main catalyst, because I went to the sewing studio in Maitland and looked at the machine that I want to get, and I was like, that's pretty big, and I didn't think it would fit where the 6 needle was in my old room. So I was like, I don't know. I was like trying to like think about how I would make it work, but I kind of decided that in here would definitely be the best option for that. So not this week, because my in-laws are coming this weekend. I think it'd be kind of too much to try to like take my machine over there and sell it and then bring the new machine back, because right now it is actually already Wednesday and they're going to be here on Friday. So I thought it'd be too much trying to get the house in order and also like get this room in order, and then also try to like go and do the whole exchange of machines this week. So I'm probably going to be going, I told them next Monday. So next Monday I'm going to go and take my machine to sell it to them, and then we're going to set up delivery, because I don't think I can fit the box of the machine in my car and then bring it home and then get it in from my car. I think that I'm gonna need some help with some delivery situations. So next week by Tuesday or Wednesday, I will have a new 10 needle machine, and I'll show you all about it like when I get it. But I'm extremely excited to see how it changes things, because I think with this it'll have a bigger sewing field too. So some of the bigger things that I want to do, like the Parker on the porch, the bigger sizes of the bags, I definitely think I'll be able to do that now with the bigger hoops, the big hoop sizes. So there's that. Something that I do need to do though is, because I don't think I'm getting like a brother machine, I don't think that the mighty hoops that fit the Baby Lock fit the brother. So I think I'm gonna have to reach out to them and like figure out if I can just like get new hardware for the sides. I'll show you what I mean by that. Hold on. I could be wrong, and I'll check when I have the machine set up, but I think that these arms right here might be different for brother machines. I'll have to look it up. I'm not too sure, but I think the only thing that would need to change would be this metal part right here. So if so, I don't think you would have to get all new mighty hoops. You could just get new little arms like this. So that is what I'm talking about when I say need new hardware for the mighty hoops to make them go with a brother machine. So I'm gonna put this back and then I'll be right back. Okay, so before I do the tour of my space, let me kind of go over my list of what I want to do the rest of the week. So the reason it's Wednesday is because Monday and Tuesday I literally spent the entire nap period in the afternoon kind of like packing everything into boxes and clearing out spaces and cleaning and just getting this room and the other room ready to swap places. So that took me a pretty good while, mostly like getting stuff in this room ready. So that took me a while, so that's why it's Wednesday. But things that I need to do for the rest of the week and some stuff that I want to do today. I have an Etsy order that I want to pack. I want to talk about something that happened related to my Etsy shop this weekend that was like absolutely insane. And it's nothing, I guess, like too crazy, but it is a little bit of hot gossip that I want to share that's like really crazy to me, and thought that maybe you guys would just like to gossip with me about it. I'll show you my setup, and I also have a couple things that I want to finish getting ready in here. Like, it's still not fully put together how I want it to be, and there is a couple boxes still in the other room that I need to bring in here. So I need to gear up for my new embroidery machine. I don't think there's really anything that I need to do for doing that. I think I just need to make sure that I get all of my hoops that came with this embroidery machine just together so that I can take it to the store, because I don't want to forget to like bring a hoop that came with the machine. Ethan's going to be building a new shelf for the market this weekend. The market I have this weekend, I've not even talked about it. So it's a Whimsy market, and it's indoors. It's in Umatilla. I think it's called like Girls Day Out, and it's at the barn at Southern Oaks. And I think that might be the place where I had my very first market. So I'm very interested to see how it's gonna go, because I didn't even actually like think about it in terms of this, and I need to go see when my first market was. But I think this will be like a year anniversary of my very first market. I need to look that up. I'm gonna write that down. Look up when first market was. So that is so funny. Full circle. So I'm going to be doing a market at the barn at Southern Oaks, and that's where I did my first ever market. And okay, super funny stuff. So the reason I even heard about Whimsy was from going to this first market at the barn at Southern Oaks, and people were talking about Whimsy markets. So kind of funny. So the first market I ever did was like not super good, but this one's with Whimsy, so I'm very interested to see how this one goes. It's from 10 to 2, so it's like an earlier market. You can start setup at like 8:30, so I'm gonna have to leave here a little bit early, but since it's inside, I'm like feeling pretty good about it. I'm feeling a lot more positive about it since it's not gonna be outside. And because it's gonna be done a little bit earlier in the day, my in-laws will actually already be here, so they'll be hanging out with the boys and Ethan. But when we come back, me and Ethan will have date night, so that's gonna be really fun. We're gonna try to figure out, I told Ethan that he should make the plan. I kind of thought that maybe we would go, this might be really silly. I wanted to go to Disney and go to Casey's Corner, because I love the mini corn dogs at Casey's Corner, and that might be a little bit silly. And I'm definitely a girl that doesn't have like highfalutin taste or anything like that. So like a mini corn dog, I can get down to it. So I'm hoping that we can do that, and then maybe go do mini golf at Disney, or go do mini golf at Universal. So that's besides the point, but that is my market on Saturday. It's going to be a Whimsy market, and it's indoors, and I've never done an indoor Whimsy market before. They have some indoor markets in Leesburg sometimes, I think, but obviously like I've never done that. So I'm very excited for that. And Ethan is building a new shelf for me to take there, because I'm trying to kind of move away from doing racks. I guess I don't mind a rack. I'm gonna have one rack, mostly because like I feel sometimes with racks, people can kind of just like scan over things. They're not actually like looking at things. If they're looking at a rack, they can just kind of like go through it really quick instead of like seeing all the different designs. So kind of my idea with the racks, and I think I talked about this in last week's video, my idea with the racks is to have like ones that you can order from me. Like not necessarily like have all of my sizes out, like have like one size of each design, and like people can order those, and then I can have like a couple of example sizes of stuff. So that's kind of my idea about that, so that I don't have to bring as much inventory. So yeah, so that's kind of the idea with the racks, is that the racks will kind of just have more example like pre-order stuff, and not necessarily just like pre-order stuff that I don't have it already made. It's just that I don't have it with me, if that makes sense. So, but Ethan should be building me a new shelf, but it has been raining in the afternoons, which I know, Florida, the whole thing. but I think it's supposed to be dry this afternoon, so hopefully he'll be able to make it. I want to order some more tote bags for sublimation from Michael's because I have a lot of sublimation prints that I need to do. And then the last thing that I have is that I'm gonna have a Temu order delivered, hopefully today. If not today, tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. I ordered some photography boards and like some fake flowers to take some better product photos. I think I talked about this last week too. So I'd like to take some better like product photos for Etsy and my website that are a little bit cuter. So yeah, so that is what I am planning on doing this week, today, the whole thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack that order like I was talking about. And after I pack the order, I'm gonna show you my new room. New angle, what's up? Okay, so this order is for Jenna in Wilmington, and she got the breakfast bag. So I need to get my like thank you cards and stuff like that. And look, they're in this box. So actually, I'm gonna get this out of here. I kind of wanted to put this in an open bin, but it's good. So I'm gonna get my "Your order was packed on YouTube" sticker. Got it, and then I also gotta get a thank you card. Okay, got it. So let me put this back on my shelf. See, also like a big thing that I'm planning on doing in here too, but it's just kind of a little bit of effort, is putting a pegboard in here. And I'm trying to decide where I want to put the pegboard, and I'll go over that in a little bit when I do my tour and tell you everything that I want to do. But this is for Jenna in Wilmington. So I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina, and I went to school in Raleigh, went to NC State. So I know about Wilmington. I've been to Wilmington many times. A lot of friends in Wilmington. So I'm gonna go ahead, let me write my thank you card real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my thank you card and I've got my packing slip. So I'm gonna go packing slip and thank you card in the bag. And then button her up. Something that I need to get for in here is a little trash can. I think that would be beneficial too. Put that in there. And then I'm gonna do the thing that I was talking about last week that I did on most of my orders that I had last week. So I'm gonna put the YouTube sticker on the outside. Okay, so all I have left to do is put her packing label on, and Jenna is gonna get a bag. Before I get into the room tour, I wanted to share the Etsy drama that went on this weekend. So I've been selling the plans for the collapsible folding shelf on my Etsy and on my website. And so I've been selling them on my Etsy, and I'll put a picture of the listing, and the listing clearly states that it's a digital product, that they're plans. It says it in the title, it says it on the first picture that it's like how to. Says it in the description, says it in like what it is, says it's going to be like an instant download and like the delivery method and stuff like that. So very clearly a digital product. And in the description it says like, you know, no refunds for digital products. And one of the reasons that people who sell digital products do that is because you can buy a digital product, download it, and then like if you ask for a refund, it's like you already like have the product. So it's kind of like, it's kind of a situation where it's like, you know through Etsy if they've downloaded the product or not. So, you know, that's just like how it is. So I got, oh, also like another thing with Etsy, you can put notes to the seller like in your order. And I look at notes typically for like physical orders. I don't usually get a lot of notes. But when I print out the packing slip, it usually will say like if it has a note or something like that. So I don't usually look at them for the digital orders, because with digital orders they're instantly available. So like I don't look at the notes for that, because it kind of seems like what could the note be for. So this has definitely taught me that I should look at the notes. Okay, so now that you have a little bit of backstory, this is what happened. On Saturday I got a message from a person asking like, you know, when was the item delivered? It's reading delivered and I can't track anything. And they said that they would like a refund on their funds because like it's not what they expected it to be. And I was just trying to like troubleshoot it for them. I basically like said like, hi, like, you know, these are digital plans, like they were delivered via files that can be downloaded on a web browser, but you can't use the mobile app. Is there an issue that you're having with the file? And I also said, like, you know, you also were to receive the files to your email. Let me know if you're having trouble accessing these. And then they didn't message me back, but then she wrote a scathing review. It was crazy. The review said something like, let me pull it up. So the review was 1 star, and it said, I would like a refund in reason of not being happy or satisfied with the digital purchase. SMH, I left a special request upon even before making the purchase, and upon the seller seeing that request, I feel ignored. Period. Although I made the it should have been stated then that those requests was impossible to be granted due to unforeseen reasons of it not being a physical item versus digital. Something could have been stated to me, but due to it wasn't, I never received a reply back up until the day I am leaving my review of not being satisfied. I think it's unfair and should have been stated to me when I asked for a special request that it was impossible because it was a digital purchase. SMH, please, I would just like for my funds to be returned to me. Thanks. So I saw that and I said, hello, I just saw your feedback and unfortunately I do not understand what the issue is. I responded to your message right after receiving it. Can you please explain to me the issue you're having with the file? And they said, may I please have a refund? No, it's not working. And so I was like really confused, and I went to the notes for the order, like for the digital order, and the note said, please package nicely, please. So I was like really confused, and I was like really trying to understand, like maybe like, I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. I was trying to think maybe like she thought that they were like printed plans, because like you really can't think that for $15 I'm building and shipping a huge shelf to you, right? So I was just like, I can send you, I said, I just saw your note about packaging. Were you wanting a printed copy of the file? I'm just extremely confused by this feedback. I can send you the file if you were having trouble downloading it. I said, unfortunately, it is a digital file and it is stated multiple times throughout the listing. And then she never responded back. And I said, like, hello, like I'm attempting to remedy the situation. I'm a one-person stay-at-home mom business, so a negative review on my shop for a misunderstanding is very unfortunate. The listing does state in multiple areas that it is a PDF of plans, and I'm very sorry that it was missed. If you remove the review, I will refund your order. Because I'm just like trying to like, she left me a 1-star review because she was confused. I don't really know, but it's just like a 1-star review, basically trying to entice me to give her a refund. So I was a little bit confused by that. I said, could you please let me know what you thought the listing was for so that I can help other people in the future from misunderstanding? Thank you. And she said, yes ma'am, I will go on there and explain that you was kind, had empathy and understanding toward the situation of an actual misunderstanding. Thank you for understanding, going over and beyond to grant a refund. And I said, thank you for remedying the situation. Once the review is removed, I will proceed with the refund. And I personally think it's really unfortunate that like I would have to go against kind of like the policy of like not giving a refund on the digital product because this person was like crazy and essentially just like tried to extort. I mean, I guess extort's not the right word, but like essentially it was just like, oh, like, you know, if you don't give me a refund, like one star. And so it's like, I messaged Etsy about it before I messaged her back and was like, you know, like this is like a false review because it's not reviewing the item. She basically is like giving me a 1-star, trying to force me to give her her money back. And then I actually realized that you can see if people on Etsy have downloaded the file. She had downloaded the file. So I was really confused about that, and I didn't respond back to her about that, but then I saw that she did edit the review and she changed it to 4 stars and like said that I was nice and like helped because there was like a misunderstanding between me and her. And it's like there was no misunderstanding between me and her. I still don't know what she thought it was because she never told me. But I do think that like also it's like I messaged Etsy about it, and Etsy basically was just like, oh, like, you know, there's nothing we can do, sorry. And it's like, oh, okay, so like they're just like allowing like people to buy a product, and if they're not satisfied with like getting their money back, they can just leave bad reviews. So I made a public response to the review. And here's what I said. Oh, people are leaving like nice reviews. That's really sweet. Okay. I said, customer bought digital product. It is listed in the product title that it is a digital building plan. Delivery method says instant download. Item description says multiple places. It is a digital download. The description states no refunds for digital products. They bought it and then days later said they were having issues tracking the order and demanded a refund, but were unclear as to why. I attempted to troubleshoot the issue and they refused to explain the issue but continued to demand a refund. I'm unsure if they thought I would be sending a physical copy of the plans or if they thought for $15 I was building and shipping a completed shelf. This review is not related to the item plans itself, but instead to the upsetness that I did not immediately provide a refund for the digital product that according to Etsy has been downloaded. So I guess, like, you know, I wanted to talk about that because it is very, very weird and unfortunate that that is like a reality of being a small business owner, is that someone can essentially leave a really poor review, especially if you shop like on Etsy, like if you're a seller on Etsy, like they can essentially leave a false review in order to kind of like force your hand to give them their money back. And like my thing is, like, she downloaded the file, you know? If she hadn't have downloaded the file, I think I definitely would have been like, I would have been more okay with giving her money back if there was like that misunderstanding, but like she downloaded it. So like she got the product, you know? So it's kind of like, it feels in a way that Etsy does not like want to protect its sellers, because like literally I told Etsy and sent them all the messages being like, this person hasn't even told me the problem, and like it's going against shop policies for me to like give them their money back. But it's like, I don't want a 1-star review, and that like brings like my score down, like my rating down, and like also just it looks bad to have a 1-star review, you know? And it's like she wasn't reviewing the product. She literally was like mad that I wasn't straight out of the gate like, here's your money back. So it's just kind of a weird and unfortunate thing, and it's fine now because like, well, she like edited it to be a 4-star review in an attempt to like get me to like give her money back. And that was another thing Etsy said, oh, like, you know, it looks like she changed it to 4 stars, so it looks like, you know, you came to an understanding. Sounds good, thank you. And it's like, still, it's like she's not reviewing the product. She's not reviewing anything. She's just like reviewing that she's like mad at me for not like giving her money back when she has the product. So that was kind of a little bit of a dramatic situation this weekend that kind of upset me, because also like the review, her changing it to 4 stars, it's like 4 stars, like what are you talking about? Like just remove the review, because the review is not true. The review is not for anything. So yeah, so that's kind of like what upset me a little bit. Also, it's just kind of like a weird and rude tactic to go from like 1 star and then be like, oh, like, you know, like if you give me my money back, like I'll change it, to like making it 4 stars. It's like, great, thank you. That was helpful. So that was my Etsy drama, and I know that was probably really, really long, but that has been weighing on my heart and on my mind heavily, because it's just like, I could not imagine like if my small business, I mean, like, obviously my small business is really important to me, but if it was like my full like income and like what I relied on, and I was having like people do stuff like that, it would tear me down. It would break my heart. So yeah, so I just thought I would share that with you guys, and now we'll do a little room tour. Okay, so right now it still looks a little bit crazy. If this was like more of like a fisheye, like wide angle lens, it'd be definitely easier to kind of tell what's going on. So this is the door, obviously, and these are actually bins that I take to my market. So these typically will probably stay in the other bedroom during the week. So there's that. Same with these, obviously. So like, imagine that this wall in front of the closet is empty, and right now this is where I have my machine. Originally I was wanting to put it in this corner, but funny enough, there are like no outlets on this wall. They're like only on that wall. There's one on that wall and there's one on that wall, but I don't think there's an outlet on this wall, which is kind of weird. So that's where it's living right now, and I don't mind that. I think that's fine. But yeah, so that's where that is. That's where the machine is gonna go. I'll just keep the same stand because the 10 needle will fit on that stand. So this is my last week with this girl right here. And then I've got this area. I have this little desk from IKEA that was in my other room, and it was at the Market for Makers event, if you saw that. It was like my little checkout stand. So this was just in my bedroom. So now it's in here, but my idea was to get like a movable desk that can go up and down. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. And I kind of want to, well, there's my serger right there. So I have a lot of thoughts really. So right now I have this shelf in here and then these two shelves, and I have this little shelf. Originally I wanted this shelf to go where this shelf is, but there's not enough clearance between the door opening and this. So I'm kind of trying to figure out if I want to move my Billy bookcase and put it right there, or leave my Billy bookcase in the other room, because it fits so good in the other room that I think I might just like leave it in there. But I don't know, I'll have to think about it. So, but my idea for the future is to put the movable desk in front of this window. And then I really want to get a sewing table for right here and have my sewing table be in front of the window. Or my thoughts are, well, so okay, so if the table was right here and the sewing table was right here, I want to put this shelf like in the middle of the room. It kind of looks like it wouldn't fit right now because all of this other stuff is in here, but think about it kind of like being an aisle or like an island that I would walk around. Either that, or I would put the movable table in the middle, which actually might be better because it won't look as crazy. I think that might be what I do. I'll put the table right here because I want to have a table where I can do all of my hooping and cutting of my fabric and stuff like that. So that's a thought. Here's my chair. Excuse me. Okay, so this is what I have this shelf looking like right now. I can probably like put those up here right now because I thought I had more bins. I kind of wanted to go get more bins from Costco because these are from Costco and I'm like obsessed with bins. So I could definitely get a few more of these. So this is what I was talking about, I think, in last week's video. So I have these little things that I laminated and I can just write what's in there so I don't have to rummage through. And it has like the thing it is and how many of each size, and then when I pull from it I'll just like erase it and put what's actually in there. So yeah, so that is what this whole situation is looking like. It's kind of, it's not annoying I guess, but I wish that like 3 of these could go across because this space is usable, but you can't put another bin. I could put like a little bin there, like a tiny bin like that, but I'd have to go to a store and get some more of those. So that is what that bin or that shelf is looking like. And then we've got this shelf, which kind of has a bunch of random stuff on it right now that I need to go through and fix up. And then I have this shelf back here, which looks a little crazy, that has a bunch of the backpacks and everything. And then these bags are kind of just full of random sewing supplies. So that's another reason why I want to get a bin, so I can put a bunch of sewing supplies in it. But also I have a box in the other room that has like a little crate that I have sewing supplies in. So yeah, so that is the current situation. I have a bunch of hats up there. Let me go in this corner and try to show you what it looks like from this corner. So yeah, so this room just has like so much more space for me, and I think it's gonna make it a lot less hectic. I definitely think it's going to make my workflow a lot easier and just like make me feel like it's not as cluttered, because like sometimes things can kind of pile up and I can just feel like super cluttered in here. But definitely I think I'm gonna go get some more bins because I feel like I don't want anything not in a bin, if that makes sense. Because I don't like anything just kind of just being out and about, because I feel like if it's out and about and not in a bin, it's not accounted for, if that makes sense. So that's what the current situation is looking like. So I'm trying to think about what I want to get into for the rest of the day. I think I might do a stitch out of the pumpkins on a t-shirt, because that was like one of the things I wanted to do. I wanted to have like the pumpkin that I have on the sweatshirt, I wanted to have those on t-shirts too. So let me get all the stuff for that and the thread and everything, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and change some of these threads, but I did something yesterday that I am thinking about right now that I don't know why I did it. I put my machine oil down I thought in one of these baskets, but I cannot find it. I don't see it. I don't know where it is. I don't know why I didn't just put it somewhere like easily accessible to me. Don't know why I did it. Don't ask me. I don't know. So I'm probably gonna have to like go through these baskets underneath the machine, which is like not a big deal. I need to do it anyway, but I was hoping to go ahead and get this started. I also need to pull out my heat press. I actually got a new heat press to show you that. It's going to be really cool to have, so I'll do that in a second. But first I'm going to go ahead and change these threads, but I don't know why I decided to put my grease somewhere where I couldn't find it easily. I swear it's in one of these baskets, but I'm not 100% sure. But I do need to go through these baskets anyway. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I have like 2 bins underneath here that have a bunch of different stuff, but I need to go through the bins anyway to get the frames that came with the machine. And I wonder if like the Durkee fast frames, I'm sure that the Durkee fast frames will also fit the Brother machine, because those came with my machine when I bought it. I kind of wonder, I didn't really ask them when I bought my machine from Ken's. I think I bought it from Ken's, and I bought it from Ken's Sewing Supplies. Like, it was like a whole like bundle. So like when I got it, it came with like a bunch of stuff. Like it came with the frames, of the Durkee fast frames. It came with this stand, and it came with like a bunch of other stuff. But I didn't ask if like this machine that they're selling to me comes with any like extras or anything like that. So I don't know if I need to ask that or what the situation is with that. So who knows? Let me turn this on. And then pull this one out. I think that this one's like actually like not in there correctly. Yeah, that's good. It was just on the wrong side. I will say this little tip to get the thread through is really good. The threading mechanism for the new Brother machine that I got is a little bit different. I wouldn't say it's more complicated per se. I just think it's a little bit, like I said, different. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. So I'm intrigued to see how that's gonna go. Put that right there. But yeah, so another reason I want to have like a better desk than this one, it's just this one's like a little bit like this little desk right here. This one's just like a little bit too flimsy in my opinion. Thread this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna try to find my oil for this real quick. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go through these bins. Okay, so I just went through both of the bins that are under my machine, and I found the cord that connects your machine to your computer. So I guess I have the ability to do that. And then I also found the grids that you put in the hoop. So I'll give that to them. And then I found the bee arm. Never used it before. Don't really know what it's for. And then I think I found all of the hoops. I've got the big hoop that I use, and then the medium hoop, which I've never used. This one. And then the small hoop, never used. And then, what are we, I guess it's like for like a left chest logo, but who's using that? That's way too tiny. And then I've got like some instructions and stuff like that. So I think that I have done my part to find all of the accessories and things that should be included with it when I give it to them. I think so. I guess I need to put all of this like in a bag to take it to them. So I'm pretty pleased with myself on how I was able to do that. I did not find the oil, so I don't know what I did with it. I guess I just need to keep unpacking and kind of seeing where things are. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these to the side and I'll be right back. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is actually unbox my new heat press that HTV sent me. So HTV is the same company that has the auto heat press that I use, but they just came out with a new manual one that they wanted me to check out and see how I liked it. So that's what I've got, and I'm gonna unbox it. I'm gonna unbox it here on the floor because this thing is a monster and is super heavy. So I'm gonna try to like get the packaging out of the way to make it a little bit easier to lift it and move it around, because this thing is like, it's dense. And I think I'm gonna have to like do some more like finagling with where the power strips are in here. So I need to figure out a way to run a power cord to over here, or I mean, I guess I can plug it into the same outlet that my machine is plugged into. I'll kind of see, but I might test it out on the floor here just to like get it started and test it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it. It is the same size as the auto heat press. I think it's like 15 by 15 is the size of the hot plate, but you can change the pressure on this. So I think some of the complaints that I've had or other people have had with the auto press, because you can't control the pressure, like sometimes things are a little bit more difficult to deal with, like DTF and stuff like that. With DTF, if you want to adjust the pressure, you can't really do that with the auto press. So I'm very interested to see if my DTF prints are a little bit easier or are different when I use the actual manual press. Let's see here. Manual. So this is the heat control. So I'm guessing this just like plugs into the machine and then you use the dials. So I think this controls the temperature, and also it sets a timer for you to like know how long you've done it, so you don't have to do this like, you don't have to like time it on your phone or count down. So I like that. I like having a timer done for you because I'm definitely the type of person that will forget to set a timer. Okay. Let's see here. You're definitely wrapped in here good. Stand up. I think I can just pick it up by the arm. Ooh, yeah, that's heavy. But there she is. Actually, I definitely think, I thought this was gonna be like a lot bigger, so I was worried it wasn't gonna fit on my table, but I think I can put it on my table up here. I'm gonna change my position and show you. It's a good thing I'm super crazy strong. Ta-da! Okay, let me grab my manual thing. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. Okay, let me turn this around. Oh, that's heavy. Okay. Nice, okay. So it's kind of a short-ish cord. I have this little like extension cord that I can use. I have it set up how I want it now, so I think I just plug this in. I want to see. I'm doing it no manual. I'm just going for it. Okay. So on. So this is what the little screen looks like. Cute. Okay, I'm gonna do. Let's do 300 for 10. Okay, so I'm gonna let that heat up and I'm gonna go grab my shirt that I want to put my design on. We are officially heated up to 300 degrees. So this is the shirt that I'm going to be putting it on. It's just this green comfort colors. I definitely think I'm going to put the pumpkin on here. I think, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and press it and get it ready to. So I'm going to swing it out this way. I need to like scoot this out further. See, this is kind of like what I was saying. I needed like a bigger table for this, because I can't really swing that out of the way as much as I want to, or like wish that this like came out, because this is definitely close to the fingers on this one. I definitely think until I get okay, let me scoot this. I'm trying to scoot this up just a little bit more. Now that I've got it on there, I'm going to go ahead and just press it like this before I fold it in half. It'll be a little bit easier getting it on there once I fold it in half. See, I think I need to make it. Oh, so. Ta-da! Okay, so now that that is pressed, I can go ahead and mark it. I'm going to read the directions on this because when I brought it down, it didn't like start counting down or anything like that. So I don't know if there's like another thing that I have to press to make it start counting down. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read the manual and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just read the instructions, so I should know how to start the timer this time. You have to like hold down the timer button for like 2 seconds to get it to start. So once again, I do wish that this like pulled out a little bit because of how I want to use it. I'm just gonna do it like this. This might make it a little bit easier. Because of like where I have it set up, if I was like a little bit further away from the wall, it wouldn't matter as much, but I can't swing it all the way back. So let me scoot this out from the wall a little bit. I decided to pull this away from the wall so that I could swing it out more because it was right next to the wall, like I couldn't swing it out and it was a little bit dangerous, but now there's no danger of me burning myself. So I have this a little bit further away from the wall. I wish that this pulled out like the auto does, because I feel like if this pulled out, like you wouldn't have to like worry about swinging that away so much. So, and I did look at the manual, so I know how to do the timer situation better. I could probably even pull this out a little further from the wall, but I'll try it on this one now. So I'm gonna go ahead and press that. Okay. Oh, we're waking up. So let me press this and then I'm gonna be done. Okay, so you press down and then you hold this for 2 seconds. Okay, my timer is going off. I'll do it one more time. Ooh, scary. So that's how that one turned out. Okay, cool. So it definitely feels like it has a lot of pressure, obviously, and it definitely makes a very clear line. I'll put that up there for right now. So yeah, so that is what the manual heat press is looking like. Once I need to do some more, I definitely think maybe I will put it on there facing this way. That might make it a little bit easier, and like try to make it so that it swings like away from the wall instead of like towards the wall. That might make it a little bit easier, because I definitely think the thing that's making it a little bit difficult for me is the fact that it's like swinging into the wall and it's kind of like a little bit close to the edge. So I definitely think if I put it the other way, so I can probably just like move this table and turn it the other way, and that'll make it easier. So yeah, so that was the manual heat press, but I think my boys are starting to wake up, so I'll either check in tonight or tomorrow. I think my Temu order was delivered, because I just checked my email a second ago and it said that it was, so I'm assuming that's correct. So yeah, I'll see you later. Happy Thursday. So today I'm going to be working on doing some more organization in here. I went to Costco and got some little bins. I probably need a couple of big bins too, but I'm gonna work on kind of setting out my embroidery supplies and sewing notions and just kind of like put them in little bins to put them on the edges of where there's just like not enough space for a third bigger bin. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm also going to work on embroidering the pumpkins on one of the shirts, the green shirt that I marked yesterday. So I'm gonna do that. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing any more embroidery besides that this week. Maybe I'll try to work on some of the cookie shirts because I have all the blanks for that. So I might work on the cookie shirts this week. I'm not really quite sure because I want to spend a lot of time doing the organization, and I'm also going to unbox my Temu order that I got yesterday. So maybe today while that is stitching out, I will do some organization, and I'll also maybe work on doing some photos of the already done fall stuff. So I may do that. I just want to make sure that I got this area, or I have this area kind of organized enough that I feel comfortable like bringing the new machine in here and everything. So that's kind of going to be the main focus. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this and show you what I got. It really is all just like photography stuff. Let's see here. I got some little fake flowers. Let me open this so you can see it better. Let's see, how do you open this? Am I dumb? Okay, it's right here. So I got these little flowers that I need to fluff a little bit. So I got those. And then I didn't get too many fake flowers, but I got like 4 different types, I think. And one shipped earlier, so I got that earlier this week, and I'll go grab it too to show you. We definitely got squished, but I'll just have to fluff them up. So I got these ones. These are a little fuzzy. But yeah, so I just need to kind of fluff these up, and I think they'll look better once they're not as crushed. And I got these ones. I got these ones. Cute. Let me grab the other ones I got that are over here. And then I got these ones, which are basically kind of like baby's breath. So I got that. So those are all of the fake flowers that I got. And then I need a trash can for in here. And then these are little like boards that you use to take photos on. And let's see how easy it is to open. Let me get some scissors. Yeah, definitely need to get a better table in here because this guy is shaking. Okay. So I think these are like the little corner pieces that you use to like set the boards up and together. Yeah. Came with these little pieces. Kind of closer. Like that. Let me move these out of the way so you can see the boards a little bit better. I need to get a big bin for those. Okay. Let's see here. These are the boards. I guess it makes sense that these are definitely a lot smaller than I thought they were going to be. That's a little disappointing. That's a little disappointing. Well, that's really annoying. So yeah, that's what they look like. They're like this on one side. And they have another pattern because my idea was, I guess, yeah, that's not going to work. Dang it. Okay. Well, we tried. I'll have to find a bigger one on Temu or on Amazon or something, or go make one. That is so disappointing. Holy guacamole. I mean, yeah, that's not gonna work. Are these a little bit bigger? I think that these boards are a little bit, what is this? Now I don't know what this is. Okay, so like this is where you're supposed to like lay it down. Yeah, so these are not nearly as big as I thought they were going to be, so that's a little bit disappointing. But yeah, so if you have small stuff that you want to take pictures of, that'd be good. Just because like, I mean, yeah, there's like no way. Gosh, that is really annoying. Okay, well, this is kind of a womp womp, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this up, and I will grab my hooping station and get my shirt hooped. So I'm pretty sure this design can go on the 8x9 mighty hoop, so that's what I've gone ahead and put in here and cut a stabilizer for. Why did that sound so aggressive? Okay. Trying to make sure she's in a good spot. Okay. Warning at the top. 1, 2, 3. Bye. And I'll just kind of like lightly pull. Okay. Done on the machine. Also, in case anyone was wondering, I did find my oil. I actually put it on a shelf. I did a good job when I found it. Okay, so that is what it is looking like. Unhoop it here. Oh. Ta-da! So I think that looks really, really cute. So all that I would need to do to this is spray it with some water to get the hoop burn off, and then spray it, or look, I don't even need to spray it to get the water soluble. Cool. Okay, so that's done. I just need to cut the stabilizer and do the spraying of the water to get a little bit of the hoop burn off, but that is done. So nap time is over and it's actually storming right now. It kind of just like randomly started raining. So I'm gonna stop embroidering. I'm gonna call it a day and I will check in either tonight or tomorrow. I did some pretty good organizing. You probably can't even really tell because over here is like not that different, but I am still so stoked about being in this room, and I definitely think my morale is high in here, and I'm very excited to see what this area brings me. So yeah, I will see you later. Happy Friday. So I'm actually not going to be doing any work in here today. I'm just going to be working on doing some finishing touches around my house and trying to work on getting this video edited to post on Monday, because like I was saying, my in-laws are going to be here today, and so they're going to be here in about an hour and a half-ish. So when they get here, we're just going to be doing some visiting stuff, and then tomorrow I do have my market, and my market's pretty early in the morning. Setup begins at 8:30 in the morning, and it's about an hour away. So I have to get out of here pretty early. So I kind of just wanted to use today to finish up, you know, getting my house in order and trying to get as much of this video edited as possible, because I have my market tomorrow, and then after my market, me and Ethan are going to have our date night. And then Sunday, my in-laws are still going to be here, so we're going to be doing some fun stuff. We're going to go to the T-Rex Cafe in Disney Springs, and we've never done that before, so I think the boys are really going to like that. So that's going to be a fun thing that we're going to do. So this weekend is actually just kind of going to be jam-packed of like fun and family stuff. So I know that this vlog was probably a little bit silly and a little bit short and a little bit hectic just because, you know, Monday and Tuesday, it took a lot of effort to essentially pack up both of these rooms and swap them. It doesn't seem like it would be that crazy, but it definitely was a lot of effort on my part. And Ethan, obviously, he helped me, but I did a lot of stuff like during the day, so that he wouldn't have to do a bunch of stuff during the day. And at night, he like built that shelf for me that you're gonna see in the vlog that I filmed tomorrow at the market. So next week is definitely going to be really, really exciting. Hopefully next week I can get this area or like this whole room like really, really ready to go. But Monday I'm gonna be saying goodbye to the baby lock array, and hopefully by Tuesday or Wednesday they'll be able to deliver the new brother machine. So I'm really excited about that. So I think next week is definitely going to be the start of a whole new way of me doing things in here, and just I definitely think it's going to be a super positive thing for me emotionally and the business. So yeah, so I'm gonna go do what I said I was gonna do. I actually made a apple pie because Ethan's birthday is next week, so I made a little apple pie. I'll put a picture of it. So that's also what I worked on today, and I kind of want to bake another thing. It's called a strawberry swim biscuit. If I do end up making it, I'll put a picture of that too. So yeah, I'm gonna go and get ready, and I will see you tomorrow. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and work on that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more behind the scenes small business content and craft fair vlogs, and hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye! Ouch!
My headspace, been weaker, it's been waiting for the right day. Like the right day ever comes.